So good afternoon. I'm Harry Salzman, Salzman Real Estate Services. I also represent the entire Pikes Peak Association of Realtors today, and they totally approve of what you have in your hands. What I'd like to share with you is what C4C is really going to do for people from a different direction of their biggest asset, which is everybody's home. There are 129,031 people in the city of Colorado Springs who own their own home. And what I know is that C4C can put some money in their pockets because it's going to also include the quality of life. We also have to take a look at what's known now as the work-life balance. C4C is going to have a direct correlation to the quality of life and what people can do after hours, before hours, weekends, and you're seeing all that in your hands. So I'm just going over the highlights. So out of the 129,031 homeowners in the city, we believe there are at least 100,000 people who own their home here and everybody in this audience. What I know, focused because of the corporate relocation sector, what companies think about when they are going to consider a community to move, to advance, et cetera. We have about 100,000 people in the city that can be effective by C4C. Point is, on a national level, the appreciation of a house ending the quarter June 30, and by the way, the September 30 came out 2 days ago, I've got that. But what's in your hand, and I want you to take a look, these are pure facts, that USA, the appreciation of a house went up in the last 4 quarters 4.4%. The appreciation of a house in the city of Colorado Springs is 1.4%. We are in the bottom 20 percentile on a national level. Point is, when I know corporations consider moving to a community, what is home ownership going to do for the people who work for an employer? And I think that's really brought kind of a hiccup to getting new employers to Colorado Springs. C4C is absolutely going to help to bring jobs here. Bringing jobs here is going to correlate to the appreciation of over 100,000 homeowners in the city. You've got all those statistics in your hand. And there's an absolute positive correlation to people who are the homeowners. You know, in a present, Colorado Springs just doesn't compete with other communities who are looking to job growth, to what happens to really allow that company to grow. Take a look on the 4th page. I'm even using statistics from the Federal Reserve. What does that show is that the average net worth of people who own a house is $174,500. Point is, if we don't do things in this community to help appreciate someone's home, the corporation, the new employer, is looking to other communities. You see the data right here from the Fed. We don't compete without a C4C. There is an absolute correlation from that direction as well, that C4C is going to assist the value of the net worth of a person as well as their homeowners. You know, that also correlates to every single local economy out of USA. There's a ripple effect. Take a look at my statistics I gave you. There's 174 cities that's in your hands. I've published this, many of you get the newsletter, for years. Take a look at the correlation of Colorado Springs to other cities. My point is, C4C is going to have an absolute positive effect on everybody's biggest asset, as in their home. Delighted to go through this more at another meeting. Thank you for listening to me today.
Thank you. Councilmember Knight. Yeah, I appreciate all the citizens that are coming up here to express their views just as much as I appreciate and read every emails. But when you do come up and talk to council, I wish you would be accurate, though. In coming up and giving us these exaggerations, Mr. Salzman, you opened up with saying every single member of the Realtors Association. I have friends and neighbors who are realtors that are against C4C. So have you actually taken a vote and polled every single one of your members, and you got a unanimous consent that they're all behind C4C, or is this just your board?
I'm absolutely accurate. There was a meeting of the board of directors of the Pikes Peak Association of Realtors. They got a copy of the handout of what you have. 100% supported by the board of directors, Pikes Peak Association of Realtors. There are people in the audience that can also agree. They know that I was asked to be here on the behalf.
So it's 100% of your board, not 100% of your members. I just want to clarify that, because you have members out there that are not in favor of C4C that want to vote of the people. Or they might be in favor of C4C, but they still want to vote on how their tax dollars are spent. So I wish you would be accurate in your statements. Now, I don't know how you can sit here and say that this will 100% positively support and grow that. That is an assertion. That is not a fact like you put it or claimed it to be. So, I appreciate you guys coming here and talking to us, but please be factual. Don't exaggerate. State your case accurately.
Okay. Mr. Knight, I do justify every statement I gave. You got the status of where it came from. Yes, again, it can be mentioned to you by other people in the audience. My statements totally passed by the board of directors of Pikes Peak Association of Realtors. I'm here on their behalf, and we already know, you got the statistics. As perhaps you know, I've been in a business here 42 years. I wouldn't give you facts if I didn't justify the absolute facts are correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. King? Yeah, I spoke with Mr. Salzman last week. I would recommend for him to work with Eileen and see if he could maybe come back at a work session, and then you guys could have a discussion on his research. But he does have some experience in why a company relocates and why they don't. And I think that would be useful for council to hear. So Eileen will begin with us and see if we'd like to have a presentation.
Councilmember Bennett.
Well, I also have heard the presentation. I think what Mr. Snyder recommends would be valuable to us as we go through this discovery. I'd love to see him come back and provide more information so we could have this dialogue.
Okay. And I would be delighted to meet with council at a meeting in the near future. Delighted to do that.
Thank you.